All right, what's up, guys? So today we're going to talk about training in plated shoes versus non-plated shoes. Before I get into it, guys, if you wouldn't mind, please clicking that subscribe button below. It really helps the channel out. And also, if you like this video, at the end of it, please click that like button. It helps us reach a broader audience. So we can have more videos, more views, all that kind of stuff. Really helps get the channel out there so we can do more shoe reviews, do more topics to discuss, all those kind of things. So again, today we're going to talk about non-plated shoes versus plated shoes for daily training. Now, I am a proponent of daily training in non-plated shoes. I think plated shoes should only be used for certain scenarios. For instance, if you are doing some sort of tempo workout, potentially even some intervals or speed workouts, that's fine. And definitely save them for race day, whether you're doing a 5K, 10K, half marathon, full marathon. Save those plated shoes for race day as much as you can. And I have a couple of reasons for it. Some are research-based, some are just opinions. So I'm gonna go kind of with a mix of everything that I've kind of searched up through various resources, not only from manufacturers of the shoes, but also from other runners and from some sports physical therapists that I have been able to reach out to and speak with. So I've been doing a lot of research on this particular topic, and I wanted to kind of share it now with you guys. So right now we're gonna get into it. And when I'm using these two shoes here, it's not paid promotion. I'm only doing this because it's kind of a lineup of shoes. So they all kind of go together as a shoe company. So the first, we have the Puma Velocity Nitro. Now this shoe is a daily trainer shoe. There's no carbon plate or nylon plate or anything in this shoe. This is kind of a traditional daily trainer type of shoe. It's nicely cushioned. It's a relatively stable, semi-plush upper. This is just your textbook daily trainer shoe that you could use every single day. And that's pretty much the general purpose of a daily trainer shoe. A daily trainer shoe is a shoe that you're basically going to put, I would say 60 to 70% of your mileage per week is going to be in a shoe like this, or even per month. If you're a person that does it over a month's period of time, you're going to put probably 60 to 70% of your mileage per month in a shoe like this. That's because these shoes are good for anywhere from your middle distance to a relatively mid to long distance run type of shoe. There's usually a lot of cushion in them and a lot of flexibility. And as you can see, this one particularly a neutral running shoe, so you can see all that flex in it. It's also got a flexible toe box area and flexes over that midfoot area as well. And what this does as a daily trainer, what a daily trainer is supposed to do, is it's supposed to allow your muscles to naturally gain strength, endurance, speed, all that kind of stuff, naturally, as much as possible in a natural state. Now, a lot of daily trainer running shoes might not have a whole lot of flexibility. Some do, some don't. I'm just using this one as an example. This one has a moderate amount of flexibility, so we're going to kind of stick with this as a daily trainer shoe. So again, this is a shoe that you're probably going to put a majority of your miles in. And the reason manufacturers want you to run in a shoe like this is because in a training regimen, those daily miles are more important than those speed miles, okay? Those daily miles are more important than those speed miles. Yes, the speed miles will help open your body up and get you a sense of speed and all that kind of stuff, but realistically, the miles that you spend either in recovery easy day, just a run, those are the miles that are more important to your training regimen than anything else, because they help reinforce all those days of strength training or speed training or whatever. The daily miles are what reinforces those intervals, those tempo days, those speed runs, those thresholds. This shoe is what's going to help reinforce those miles. But what it's going to do is it allows your body, your feet, your ankles, your calves, your knees, your quads, your thighs, to work the way they naturally should, to flex where they need to roll the way they need to, and also to have the strength. They help strengthen that push off that you need. So you can pick up the pace a little bit in shoes like this. It's not necessarily a shoe that you're going to do some threshold workout in, but hey, if you went up and wanted to get to 5K pace or 10K pace, maybe do a little bit of tempo workout, you can do it in your daily trainer shoes. They're also a little bit on the heavier side. And think about it kind of like weights on your feet. So if you have a shoe that is slightly heavier, if you can get used to something like this, then if you get into that lighter racing shoe, then it's going to feel like nothing on your feet. So there's a lot of reasons why they want you to run in this as your daily mileage shoe versus, say, something like this, which is the Puma Deviate Nitro, which has a carbon fiber plate in it. And as you can see, there is like no flex to this shoe. There is no flex to it. So the reason why I have seen professional runners not daily train in shoes like this, now for their speed workouts, yes, they do run in this. Tempos, intervals, speed endurance runs where you're kind of maintaining 5K pace for a long period of time, 5K test runs, stuff like that. Yes, they do a lot of their speed workout and stuff like this, but their daily training miles are in shoes like this, because this shoe is going to help them become stronger than this shoe. This shoe, your body is going to rely a lot on that plate that's inside the shoe. So as you're doing your toe off, to get that energy to push forward, your body tends to rely on the plate. It also, because of how rigid it is, it doesn't allow your foot muscles to flex and to gain strength. So for instance, if your toes are needing to push off, those muscles, those tendons that are on top of your foot are not being used as much in this shoe as they would be in a regular non-plated daily trainer shoe. So that is kind of why a lot of professional runners tend to do a majority of their mileage in a shoe like the Velocity Nitro, or if we're going to talk in the Nike terminology, yes, you've got the Nike Vaporfly, the Nike Alphafly, but a majority of the professional runners that run for Nike, they're doing a majority of their mileage in the Invincibles or in the React Infinities. So that's kind of where you're looking at when it comes to these shoes, is even professional runners are putting a majority of their training miles, their everyday mileage is being done in a non-plated shoe. They save the plated shoes for the speed workouts, and they save the plated shoes for the race day. Why? Well, because if you can run in a non-plated shoe at X pace for X distance, okay, so let's say if you can run a 10K at 7:30, and I know there's people that run faster than that, but if you can run a 10K at 7:30 per mile, or I don't know what that would be in kilometers, 4 or something per kilometer. If you can run that in a non-plated shoe, then you'll get into a plated shoe and either be able to maintain the same pace for a longer distance, or you're going to be able to take that same distance and run it quicker, because you're finding that the shoe returns so much more energy that your turnover is going to be faster while exerting less energy. So the point is to gain strength when you're training most of your mileage, you want to get strength in your legs, your thighs, your knees, your calves, your ankles, and your feet. And the only way that you can do that is to have as little aids as possible to do it in, because then when come race day, you're going to get in your racing shoe, you're going to find it so much easier to run. Now again, I know this topic is a debatable topic, and we can go into so many different phases about this shoe, about running or training in a carbon plated shoe versus training in a non-plated shoe. But this is some of the information, even the information that I've received from Saucony even has it where there's a reason why they have the lineup the way they do. So you have your Endorphin Shift, and that is the shoe that's the daily trainer. It's a shoe that you're going to put in a majority of your mileage. It's a high stack, wide base, relatively heavier shoe. It's not a super heavy shoe, but it's a heavier shoe. But it's high stack, high cushion, just shoe for the daily mileage. That's a shoe that they built so that you could just put in mile after mile after mile. That's a majority of the mileage that you're going to put in is on that shoe. Then you get the Endorphin Speed. The Endorphin Speed with its nylon plate, which is a little bit more flexible. It's not a flexible shoe, but it's a little bit more flexible than a carbon plated shoe. That is a shoe that is to train using speed workouts. So Endorphin Speed workouts, you get the point. So the Endorphin Speed is made to do the intervals, it's made to do the fartleks, it's made to do the threshold runs, it's made to do the tempo runs, it's made to do all that kind of stuff, and do it in relative comfort over a long period of time. That's a shoe that, yes, you're going to train, but it's made to train at speeds, right? Endorphin speeds, so on and so forth. You get the point. Then you got the Endorphin Pro. The Endorphin Pro is the race day shoe, okay? That is the shoe that the carbon plate is really stiff, it's really rigid, it's going to have a ton of energy return, and that is the shoe that you're going to take out on your race day, on your 5K race, on your 10K race, your half marathon, full marathon race, and be able to run fast with that shoe. It was not made to be a shoe that you run in every single day. The Endorphin Speed was a shoe that is made to do about 25 to 30% of your workout mileage per week. You can see that even in its outsole construction, the midsole construction, even the upper construction, even though a lot of runners love that shoe, and even I love that shoe. It's a shoe that is made to do about 25 to 30% of your mileage per week, which is your speed workout type of work. Then the majority of your mileage, the mileage that you're waking up and you're just going for a 4 mile or 5 mile or 6 mile run. Some days you might do your long run per week. That long run is supposed to be done in the Endorphin Shift. Now the Endorphin Shift has no plate in it whatsoever. And it has the little bits of stability in it to kind of help with those long runs. So again, it comes down to, even Saucony has it where the Endorphin lineup is set up to be a certain way. You have one shoe that's supposed to take a majority of the mileage, then you have the next shoe which is only supposed to be for speed workout, and then you have the other shoe which is for race day. And they all work together to help you train better. And a lot of companies are now starting to follow the same type of platform, even when it comes to Puma with their shoes. You got the Velocity Nitro as your daily trainer. You've got the Liberate. I think it's the Liberate Nitro, or one of them, Electrify Nitro or something like that. That's kind of like your speed workout shoe. And then you've got your Deviate Nitro, which is, I mean, you could say that this is more of a racy shoe, but obviously the Deviate Nitro Elite is the race shoe. But the Deviate Nitro is kind of like the Endorphin Speed, maybe a little bit more closer to the race day than the Endorphin Speed is, but still kind of like the Endorphin Speed, a little bit more on the race shoe side. But that's kind of where Puma's even gone, and you have other manufacturers that are doing the same thing. So my opinion, train in a non-plated shoe, so when you get in your plated shoe, you're going to find running to be so much easier. You're going to be able to run faster, longer, and use less energy when you're done. I've heard, now again, we're coming back to the forum groups here. I've heard people say that if they like running in a plated shoe, doing all of their daily mileage, everything in a plated shoe, because it makes their feet hurt less when running. Well, there's two sides to that. One, if you're running in a non-plated shoe that's hurting your feet, you've got the wrong shoe. Okay. You know, everybody's going to be a little bit different. You can't go based on reviews, even my reviews. You might find certain shoes that I didn't really like. You may say that you really like those shoes. For me, one of my favorite shoes is the Asics Nova Blast. That is a shoe that I do a lot of daily mileage running in, because I find that to be the most comfortable shoe for me to run in. It doesn't hurt my feet, my knees, my hips, my anything. I feel good at the end of it. I feel like I could go longer, because that is the shoe that works for me. But I've had plenty of other non-plated shoes that have hurt my feet. So that's why I'm kind of saying, if you are running into that situation where your feet hurt in a non-plated shoe, you're running in the wrong shoe, and you need to go to a professional shoe store or whatever. Have them check your gait cycle, have them, you know, go through all of the different options that are out there to get you in a good running shoe that is made for your body. The other side of it is, if you go to the gym and you lift weights, okay, the whole point to gain strength, to gain muscle, is you're going to have, and I don't want to say the no pain, no gain sentence, but that's kind of the point of going to a gym and lifting weights, is you have to push your muscles to a point beyond what they were at before. So every day is a progression, right? So if you're running and your feet, your calves, your ankles, everything is starting to, I don't want to say hurt, but be sore, that's kind of a good thing, because you're gaining strength. That's the point. So that's why I kind of disagree with people that say that they run in a carbon plated shoe or a plated shoe because they feel better at the end of the run. Well, if you're training isn't necessarily meaning you're supposed to feel like effortless at the end of your run. You want to feel fatigued at the end of the run, because if you're feeling fatigued, that means you're getting better, you're getting faster. You want to be exhausted and you're pushing yourself to go further. So if you're feeling like, oh, I feel great afterwards and I feel like I could go further, that means you're not trying hard enough when it comes to it. So in order to get faster, better, more endurance, more speed, more everything, you kind of have to work those muscles. And having a non-plated shoe allows you to do that with less mileage being put in. So for instance, I could go for a 6-mile run and get the same workout in this shoe that I would in this shoe on a 12-mile run. You see where I'm coming from? Because this shoe, I'm using less energy, less muscle, less everything, so I have to go further in order to get the same workout that I could in this shoe at less mileage. So just kind of something to think about. If you want, I know this is going to be a heavy debatable topic, please put some comments in the comment section below. I would love to hear everybody's opinion, because I know everybody's going to be different. Everybody's going to have a different reaction to running in plated shoe or non-plated shoe. I'm sharing my opinion versus, on some information that I have gathered, plus personal information, so on and so forth, over the past, couple of months. And I wanted to share it with you, but leave your comments in the comment section below. If you like this topic and you like this video, please, please, please click that like button. Also, again, I know I mentioned it in the beginning of the video, hitting that subscribe button really does help the channel out a lot. So thank you guys for watching, and as always guys, enjoy the run. Thank you guys so much. See you next time.